to bring you the latest in a twisted tale of love turned deadly, centering around a young woman accused of stabbing, shooting, and slashing her one-time boyfriend. As the gruesome details of this crime have been exposed in court, the bizarre turns just keep on coming, including explosive testimony from the other man in her life. ABC's Ryan Owens brings us the latest from Phoenix, Arizona.
Admitted killer Jodi Arias has sobbed every day she's been on trial for the murder of her ex-boyfriend Travis Alexander. But prosecutors say tears shouldn't be enough to save her life. They say the petite, soft-spoken 32-year-old deserves to die because Alexander's death was so heinous. He was found butchered in the shower of his Mesa, Arizona home in June of 2008. He'd been stabbed 27 times, his throat was slit so deep he was almost decapitated, and he was shot in the head.
Truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
The testimony of Ryan Burns this week may have made her look even worse. He was a romantic interest of Jodi Arias, who she visited in Utah less than 24 hours after she committed the crime.
What was her demeanor like?
She was fine. She was laughing about simple little things, just like any other person. I never once felt there was anything wrong.
Burns told the jury right after killing one man, she was kissing another.
At some point, we were talking and we kissed.
And did this kissing continue, or did it just stop at one kiss?
Eventually we kissed probably many times. Every time we started kissing, it got a little more escalated.
His testimony is especially damaging because Jodi Arias says she killed Travis Alexander in self-defense. The couple only dated a few months after meeting at a work convention in Las Vegas. But her attorneys claim the 30-year-old successful businessman and devout Mormon was actually a sexual deviant who controlled and abused Arias long after they broke up. But Burns testified she wasn't the least bit distraught when she showed up at his place.
We were kissing.
And what else happened?
She got on top of me pretty aggressively, and we were kissing.
Burns sat down with ABC News to discuss their relationship.
While we were watching the movie, we kissed a few times, things that we never had sex, but she certainly wasn't acting like she had something troubling her.
Burns also told the jury while she acted normal, she looked different. Her blonde hair was dark. She had cuts on her hands. She told him she broke a glass while bartending at a restaurant called Margaritaville back in Northern California where she lived. Prosecutors believe Jodi was lying.
In Wairika, is there a business establishment, a bar, a restaurant by the name of Margaritaville?
No, sir.
So there is no restaurant by the name of Margaritaville there?
No, sir.
That's one of many lies Jodi Arias has told.
I didn't hurt Travis. I would never hurt Travis.
In a series of jailhouse interviews, she first denied being at Travis's house the night of the murder.
I would be shaking in my boots right now if I had to answer to God for such a heinous crime.
2 weeks later, she had a new story, telling the show Inside Edition she was there but didn't do it.
I witnessed Travis being attacked by 2 other individuals.
Who?
I don't know who they were. I couldn't pick them out in a police lineup.
She also lied to the lead detective investigating Alexander's murder. The day after his body was found, she told him she hadn't seen her ex in months.
That was around April that you last saw him, right? You haven't been back in town since then?
No, I haven't at all.
When faced with a mountain of forensic evidence, Arias finally admitted she was the killer, but says she did it to protect herself.
In just those 2 minutes, Jodi had to make a choice. She would either live or she would die.
Prosecutors say it's nonsense, that Jodi Arias stalked her victim long after they broke up, that she flew into a jealous rage when she found out he was dating other women. They say she snapped these pictures of Travis Alexander posing in the shower, then pulled out a knife and attacked him.
When you say that they went up to these bones, does it mean that they stopped there, or did the knife blade continue past the bone?
They appear to all have been stopped by the bones.
The medical examiner testified Alexander's body was covered in stab wounds, 27 in all, 9 in the back. He told the jury that some of the wounds were defensive, that he was fighting for his life.
If you have injuries to the backs of the forearms or to the palms or backs of the hands, it's consistent with someone trying to either grab the knife or fend off wounds or fend off injury.
Does that mean that Mr. Alexander was alive at the time that these injuries were inflicted?
I believe he was.
Prosecutors have introduced what seems like an unending parade of gruesome photos and bloody items from Alexander's bathroom, where they say Arias slit his throat and then shot him in the head.
There's different coloration on this shirt, but I don't know the cause.
Alexander's sisters often cry and cover their eyes in court. They sit in the front row to honor their brother, but at least once they've had to leave the courtroom. The graphic pictures of their brother, just too much to bear. There is one picture in particular which may seal Jodi Arias' fate. After she took those shots of Travis Alexander in the shower, she dropped the camera and inadvertently snapped a couple of photos. One shows her actually moving his bloody body. Police recovered those images from the memory card of this camera they found inside Alexander's washing machine. They believe Arias was literally trying to wash away the evidence. But like so much in this case, that too caught up with her.
Oh, holy night.
Jodi Arias won a Christmas caroling contest behind bars, but she may have a tougher time winning over this jury. Most expect she will take the stand to try to justify why she killed. If she can't, Jodi Arias may soon have a lot more to cry about. I'm Ryan Owens for Nightline in Phoenix.